Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to make a very quick and very easy prawn recipe, and that is prawn pulao. This recipe is really easy. All you have to do is to pre-cook some rice and then make a masala, add the prawns, add the pre-cooked rice, and that's it. It's done. So let's start. I'll begin by cooking the rice. For that I have already boiled some water. I have heated here 4 cups of water. To this I am adding some whole garam masalas, in which I am adding 2 black cardamoms and about 5 to 6 green cardamoms and some cinnamon sticks. The next thing is to add the rice. I am adding here about 1.5 cup of rice, which is already washed, and once it's 80% cooked, I'll strain out the extra water. So all the rice is in. This rice is about 80% done now. As you can see, the grains are quite plumped up. So I'm going to strain it now. The extra water will get strained out and the grains of rice will be nice and fluffy. Rice is 80% done. The next step is to start making the masala. I have heated here some ghee. This is about half a cup of ghee. If you want to use vegetable oil instead, you can always do it. Now to this ghee I am adding some bay leaves and about a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Let it splutter. Cumin seeds are done. To this I am adding some thinly sliced onions now. I have added here about 2 cups of thinly sliced onion. This is absolutely to your taste. I like it with lots of onions, so I have added quite a lot of. But if you want to use 1 cup of sliced onions, you can always add it. And I am going to fry it till it becomes a little golden in color. Now to this onion I am adding some salt, just to ensure that it gets soft quickly. You can see here onion has turned a little golden, very light golden in color. Now to this I am adding some green chillies, slit green chillies, and about 2 teaspoons of crushed ginger and about 1 teaspoon of garlic. After adding ginger and garlic and green chillies, I am going to fry it till the raw aroma of ginger and garlic is gone. And the next thing is to add some tomatoes to it. By the time the ginger and garlic will be completely done, the onions will also get caramelized a little bit more. This green chilli is optional. If you don't want to add green chillies, you can always skip it. But I like the flavor of green chillies, so I always add it. Ginger and garlic is done. Now to this I am adding some chopped tomatoes. I have added here about 1 cup of chopped tomato, and I am going to cook the tomatoes till it becomes a little soft. Tomatoes have softened. Now to this I am adding some dry spices. 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and some red chilli powder to your taste. I am adding here about 1 tablespoon of red chilli powder and give it a mix. I have kept the heat on medium, and I am going to cook the dry spices for about a minute. I have been cooking the dry spices for about a minute now. Now to this I am adding the prawn. I have added here about 1 pound of prawn, which I peeled and then deveined. Always ensure that before you start cooking prawn, you always devein it, because you have all kinds of bacteria in the prawn. So if you don't devein the prawn, you'll have a very bad stomach ache. So just to be in a safer side, always take out the vein. Prawns take very little time to get cooked through. So you don't have to cook it for a very long time. Moreover, if you overcook the prawns, it will get very tough and very rubbery. So you need to cook the prawns on almost medium to high heat always, just to ensure that you are not overcooking the prawns. Once the prawns change color, I'll add the rice to it. So this is almost done now. You can see here the prawns have changed the color. They are little lighter in color and they have curled up. So the prawns are quite ready now. The next thing is to add some water. Now to this I'm adding about half a cup of water. I didn't cook the rice completely, it is still 80% done, so it will soak up a little water. That's the reason I have added here about half a cup of water. Liquid is going to get soaked up by the cooked rice, and then the rice will be completely cooked through and very soft. So just half a cup of water, and after adding the water I'm going to bring the heat to low and add the rice. This is basmati rice, but this is again up to your taste, whichever rice you want to take. And I have already added the salt while cooking the rice, so I don't need to salt the rice again. And the prawn curry or the prawn masala is already salted, so I'm not going to add any extra salt to it since it's all done. After giving it a good mix, I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook for about 5 minutes on low heat. By the time the rice will soak up the extra moisture that the masala has, and it will become very dry. So the rice is well mixed now. I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook for 5 minutes on low heat. After adding the rice, I put the flame on low and then I let it cook for about 5 minutes. By the time, whatever little moisture the masala had will be nicely soaked up by the rice, and the rice will be completely cooked through. This is a complete meal in itself. You can serve it with some raita. So try prawn pulao and don't forget to let me know about it. We will meet next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye bye.